Shalom. Call Loyam La Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Ba'Shem Chakwadash. Double unto the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well, peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect tabernacle of David scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And just to quote Hebrews, the 10th chapter, it tells us to let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. And we know that we're coming into perilous times. We're heading for Jacob's trouble. It's talks of war. The threat, rumors of a nuclear war. Many things are happening in the spirit, but as these things are happening, we still got to take a closer look into the body, the church, the brotherhood, and also you sisters as well. You're part of the church as well. All right, there's sisters that are of the elect, and being that the spirit is on brothers to talk about certain things amongst the brotherhood, amongst the body, because we definitely don't have the time to be stuck in that carnal spirit of grudging towards one another, um being selfish, not having care, not bearing each other's burden. That's one of the things that's required of you is to bear the burden of the next brother, or and sisters as well. You know what I mean? It tells you that in Galatians. Let me see if I can get it. I believe it's in Galatians 6, where to bear each other's burden. Galatians 6:2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Mashiach. We have to be selfless and not selfish in this walk. When you look at Yahweh Shai, he was definitely selfless. You could tell that he preferred and esteemed those that followed him. All right. Even when he had compassion upon the sick, those that had infirmities, the prophecy said that he was esteemed and stricken with grief, and he bore our infirmities. So at one point, Yahweh Shai, he lived vicariously through those that followed him. So Yahweh Shai definitely cared, man, and that's how we ought to be. We have to care for one another. So I looked up this word vicariously, and I remember it might have been a couple years back, maybe a year and a half ago, where this same topic was brought out. I believe it might have been Elder Manat Zagba, one of the elder brothers, and also myself. We brought this out before. Because it's very vital to the brotherhood, man. This is one of the key components that shows that there's definitely care among us, because we're supposed to care for one another. We're supposed to have care for the church. So you care by living vicariously through other brothers, and dealing with situations that brothers deal with, because all brothers are catching a form of hell. Even though that cross that brother is carrying is unique to himself, we all have different challenges. We all have different um afflictions, but we still supposed to have care for each other. All right. So what does it mean to live vicariously? It says in a way, and is the definition, in a way that is experienced in the imagination through the actions of another person. All right. And I just want to get a couple precepts that stresses this point of living vicariously through other brothers, brothers that are going through it. You want to be mindful of the things that they're going through, and you want to feel compassion. You want to send up prayers for brothers, The brothers are in a financial bind. If you got it, you show the compassion in that regard, and that's what we do. You see. So real quick, let's go to Hebrews 13. In Hebrews 13, verse 1, it says, "Let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares." You know, so you could be doing a good deed, and even when you're out and about, and an angel might be in a cut and witness your good deed and report that back to the Heavenly Father. You know, so just telling you to, be mindful. Let me look up that word entertain, because it ain't in because we always say all the time we don't do this to entertain nobody, but this isn't talking about that kind of entertainment. All right, let's look this up. And the Hebrew word is
Strong's G 5381. Philoxenia. Philoxenia.
philoxenia. It's like yeah, philonoxia, and it says love to strangers, hospitality. All right, hospitality. Okay, hospitableness. So that's what we do. We show hospitality. All right, hey, because hey, you got brothers worldwide in this thing of ours, right? And let's say a brother is dealing with business or have some type of business where it's required for him to travel to another location, outside of his, hometown or his place of nativity, right? And he has to go to another state or, a whole nother town. Well, guess what? If there's brothers in that town, even though you never met, you never known each other that way, you never grew up with each other, but all you just know is that this is a brother that's in the faith. He believes just like I believe. So guess what? You being the brothers that lives in that particular city or town, when he comes to town, guess what? You treat him as a brother, as if you knew him, you known him all your life. You know, you roll the carpet out for him, man. You take care of that brother. If that brother is in need, you know, hey, the scriptures say, "Lose thy money for thy brother." I believe that's in Sirach 29. Make sure he's lodged up. Make sure he's good. Hold the brother down, man. And y'all never met this brother a day in your life, but you might have seen him in the videos, so this brother is fighting the same cause. The Lord loved that brother just like He loves you, so it's commanded you to show that hospitality, entertain the brother, accommodate the brother. See, it says, "Remember them that are in bonds, as bound with them," and that's an example of living vicariously. Remember them that are in bounds, as bound with them, and them which suffer adversity, as being yourselves also in the body. Let me see what that's saying in NLT. It says, "Remember those in prison as if you were there yourself. Remember also those being mistreated as if you felt their pain in your own bodies." A brother catching it, brother going through stuff. And, you got times when brothers call you and pour their heart out, and you there, being a brother, it, you talking with them and feeling for them, that kind of, alleviates, some of that pain. Brothers feel comforted after talking to a brother. Because hey, we're definitely imprisoned in this society, man. We're trapped in this we got to live under this devil's rules and regulations, man. We got to deal with the same judicial system. We got to still deal with this, the same oppression, being under the curse. So yeah, man, we know that this devil, he's steady trying to devour souls, man. That's why even Peter, when he made reference to the devil, walking to about seeking whom he may devour, he pretty much said, resist steadfastly, knowing the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So brothers are afflicted, and brothers go through various different things, man. Brothers dealing with issues, trouble in the flesh, meaning that brothers got wives that got demons on them, and they not seeming to get along. So a brother need to get away at times. Well, hey, let that brother come through, man. Y'all, give him a drink or something. You go and break bread, do a lesson or something. So, this is just an example here. All right. So let's go from there, and let's get Romans 12 and 15. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 10 and I'm gonna read down to 16. All right, because we're interjoined together through the spirit, man. Because we're a body. Romans 12 and 10, it says, be kindly affection one to another with brotherly love, and honor preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. We definitely got to be on fire, man. And being diligent and on fire doesn't mean just in doing so many videos. All right. Whatever your gift is, be diligent in that. But also we got to be on fire when it comes to loving, the brotherhood. All right. And I'm talking to myself too. I even got to do better in communicating with brothers, especially knowing the days that we're coming into is going to be a time where we're going to desire to want to hear from each other. So we definitely got to, you know, communicate. And if, you head over at camp, definitely be communicating with, the Akim up under you, get a feel of their spirit, brothers is going through anything, making sure brothers is good, man. All right. There's any skirmishes, you definitely got to be on top of that. If there's any drama, you got to know, being a head, being an overseer over the church, you definitely got to know if there's drama, man. Ain't no way in hell that things can be brewing in your camp and you don't know. That's irresponsible, man. All right. It says, verse 12, it says, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer, distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality, basically to entertain, right? Bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. Rejoice with them that do rejoice. Some brothers might be feeling good in the spirit. The Lord blessed them or did something, magnificent, and got the brother rejoicing. Hey, rejoice with him, man. That's a win. When a brother in the body wins, we all win. All right. Don't get in that envious spirit, man. Don't start hating, because that's what niggas in the world do. They, when a dude is doing good, but his homies is looking at him sideways, you know. Nah, man. When a brother's just rejoicing, you rejoice too. It says, and weep with them that weep. The brother going through it, hey, you're gonna feel that same, because you're concerned for the brother, You're gonna weep with that brother, man. You know, and this is a very example of being vicarious. All right, Vic- vicariousness is synonymous with care, man. Carefulness. All right, being pitiful. It says, "Be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits." All right, so let's go from there to let me see, no, Second Corinthians 11. Second Corinthians 11, and this is Apostle Paul, talking about his journeying and the things that he suffered, being a partaker of this ministry and having care over the church, right? Showing you that he definitely cared, man. You going through all these different adversities just because you care for the church and you care that the men that you care for are being built up and seeing your example. You see, Second Corinthians 11, and I'm gonna start at verse 21. The point is that verse let me see, yeah, verse 28, 28, 29. Yep. So I'm gonna get to that. So I'm gonna start at verse 21. It says, "I speak as concerning reproach, as though we had been weak, howbeit, whereinsoever any is bold, I speak foolishly, I am bold also. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of a Mashiach? I speak as a fool, I am more, and labors more abundant, and stripes above measure, right? In prisons more frequent, and deaths often. Of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one." Brothers getting buffeted for this truth, man. It says, "Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck." Brothers be having car troubles like hell. My journey, man. I done been without a car, like months dealing with car trouble, and then having to come up with the means to have it fixed. Brothers always go through that, man. But guess what? We still manage and we still, you know, help one another, man. I done been helped out, brothers in the camp, and we help each other out. All right. I'm pretty sure brothers relate all around the planet, man. All right. It says, "A night and a day have been in the deep, and journeyings often, and perils of waters, and perils of robbers, and perils of my own countrymen, and perils by the heathen, and perils in the city, and perils in the wilderness, and perils in the sea, and perils among false brethren." We all can relate to that too. "And weariness and painfulness, and watchings often, and hunger and thirst, fastings often, and cold and nakedness, beside those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches." So even though these things are coming upon me, my mind is still towards making sure the brotherhood and those in the church are cared for. This is Apostle Paul not, putting his own interests before everybody else, even though he's catching all these things, man. That's selflessness. All right. It says, "Who is weak? And I am not weak." Right? Brothers, you got brothers that are weaker in the faith. Sometimes, you can understand where, when brothers get weak. That's not a moment for you to boast yourself of your faith because your faith happens to be stronger. No, that's your moment in a spirit to restore them and build them up. So you can weaken yourself just to help build the next brother. It says, who is offended and I burn not? Brother might be angry about something and it might get you riled up, right? If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern mine infirmities. All right. So, you know, more examples. Okay. We got to be tied in with one another, man. And I can all, and I always, when we make these videos, we talking about ourselves as well, in any of these areas that's lacking, we could definitely build it, grow, get better, increase. Okay. Let's get First Peter 3, First Peter 3, real quick. And this might be the last precept. First Peter 3:7, it says, likewise, and this is dealing with, your wives too. If you have a wife and she's pleased to dwell with you, all right, whether she's in the truth or not, if she going through things, care for her, man. That's your wife. You know, that's commanded too. Love your wife. If she gets sick, if she's dealing with infirmities, man, hey, send up prayers for that woman, man. Send up prayers for her fervently, and give her the herbs that she need. Give her the remedies. And if brothers got wives, you know what I'm saying, that's catching it, hey, man, it's definitely not an issue. It's not a problem at all. If you ask for, brothers to send up prayers for your household, because we all members of one another, man, you know, and you got believing sisters out there, sisters catching hell, man. Hey, it wouldn't be a burden to, let us know. And if you need our prayers, hey, we send up prayers, man. We know that we have believing sisters as well. We're not just about ourselves, man. It says, likewise, you husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another, love as brethren, be pitiful and courteous, not rendering evil for evil, or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that you should inherit a blessing. And let me get one more scripture. This is Philippians 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1. And it says, if there be any, it's like if there be therefore any consolation in Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercies, fulfill ye my joy, that you be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. All right? This is what glues us together, man. Let nothing be done through strife and vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than themselves. All right? Value another brother over yourself, because that's the fulfilling of the law, man. Love your neighbor as thou love thyself, man. That's one of the greatest commandments. It says, look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. All right. And I want to get this also in the NLT and the NIV. It says, don't look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. All right. Especially if, you have care over a church, don't always put yourself first, man. Don't be selfish and think that you're the only one that need compassion, that need comfort. Brothers are all catching it, man. All right. NIV, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. All right. So that there it is, man. So I just want to stress that, it being that, brothers in the spirit lately been dealing with, issues in the body, and we definitely can't have that going into the Passover, the Pesach, man. All that leaven got to be out, because if there's any leaven, the Lord's gonna cast you out. You're that leaven. All right. So just be mindful, and Lord willing, you know, we endure to the end, and let brotherhood, let brotherly love continue. Okay. So anyway, I hope this was edifying, and give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shai. Until the next lesson, Shalom.